Battlefield 2042 has been a roller coaster of a title. From the disastrous launch that is still very fresh in a lot of people's minds, to their journey through the seasons to shift the game from this
You clipped into the bill.
I can't anymore.
to this. Welcome to Battlefield 2042 Season 6 Dark Creations, with a new map that aims to bring the close quarters infantry only experience to new heights, with a key design made to tell a story through the environment in ways that they never really did in previous seasons, to new weapons like the VHX D3, the L9CZ, and the G428, to the new medical and ammo throwable pouches that allow your teammates to potentially survive just a little bit longer, to the new Pond Hawk vehicle, which is one of the coolest things that they've ever brought to this game. And with this season, I know a lot of people are going to say that it is a smaller scope season. I think this is one of the best map designs that we have seen in the game, and I think them leaning more into hard sci-fi in the future, the Pond Hawk, the new weapons, this environment, all of this stuff is really cool. But Battlefield 2042 is in a very weird spot for me because I like where the game is at as an FPS, but it's clear to me that the general public is done with 2042. I have a lot of thoughts on the game right now in its current state, but I want to start off with Redacted, a map that looks more reminiscent of 2142 than it does near future. The map design is inspired by Operation Locker and Operation Metro in the fact that it wants to go close quarters. It wants to bring that infantry-based gameplay back with one of the most unique looking designs that we've seen in 2042, I think ever. With the outer dome, internal biolabs, and the underground tunnels, this is aesthetically the best map DICE has released for 2042. But if you want to know how it plays, well, take a look. This is my favorite map that 2042 has ever put out. But when you compare it with the launch maps, I mean, it's easy to say that, right? Like, this clearly trumps whatever Hourglass was. But I was a huge fan of Spearhead and Exposure, which were both post-launch maps, and although those ones were built for large-scale war and have a place in my heart, this one just feels different. And I'm sure since it's been scaled down to suit infantry only, that the attention to detail and the storytelling is much more apparent, but it's crazy. I went in and recorded some gameplay and realized that this is how I wanted to experience Operation Metro back in the old days. If you guys don't know, I'm not a huge fan of meat grinder maps. Both of these maps, both Operation Metro and Redacted, are meat grinders, but Redacted has enough alternative routes and side paths that you aren't as cramped in and you actually have freedom to maneuver around and flank when needed. The two outside domes give enough open area to have multiple conflicts going on in the same dome, and you might not even know it. And after I finished my play session this morning, I booted up a custom game just to walk around and experience the environment. No HUD, no explosions, no distractions, and holy fuck, this level is beautiful. If you guys are fans of the channel, you know I've been saying this a lot in videos over the past year, but as someone who is working on a small scale FPS with a very small team, this kind of shit impresses me, and being able to just walk around and appreciate the level design at work, I love it. I just wish we would see more of it out of $1 billion studio. Getting one map a season when they look and feel as good as the post-launch maps have just makes me wish that these guys took the game more seriously leading up to its launch. And I know a lot of people feel the same way, and I know a lot of you guys feel burned. I'm of the opinion now where I'm sick of dredging up the past. It's something that I will never forget, but I am more focused on the future. And yes, this season is feeling a little bit lackluster when the gadgets are essentially throwable medic pouches and ammo pouches, which we've already kind of seen in the game so far. An infantry only map, which is clearly smaller in scale, that I know a lot of people are going to say that, oh, look, they're not putting as much effort into the maps. This one's really small compared to the other ones. Whatever that noise is, I don't give a fuck. This is the best map that they've put into the game so far. And as I'm playing it, I'm having a good time, and I'm just kind of sitting here also wondering, like, when's the plug being pulled for this game? Because I have to say, watching DICE take it from where it was at launch to where it's at now is kind of nothing short of a miracle. But I also don't think that this game is going to have the resurgence that a game a la Cyberpunk has just had with their Phantom Liberty DLC. I don't see that on the horizon for 2042. And I'll be honest with you guys, I really wish that I did. As an FPS, it's in a pretty good state. The post-launch content that they've released has been really good. But for years on this channel, I have been saying that first impressions mean absolutely everything in the gaming space. I'm one of those people who is always willing to go back and take a look and update my opinion and kind of get new information, gather new experiences, and then give you guys my updated thoughts. But I also know a lot of gamers aren't. So even though I'm having fun and I'm seeing the progress and I'm seeing the attention to detail and all of this stuff, I'm wondering when the plug is going to be pulled. This game's player base is hurting, which is why starting on October 12th through the 16th, they're going to be having a free-to-play weekend to try to get people to jump into this game and give it another chance. They did it last year, and they're trying it again. Unfortunately, that weekend is lining up with the open beta for Modern Warfare. I'm not quite sure how that's going to fare, but I'll say this. If you guys do own Battlefield 2042, check it out. I'll never, ever recommend that you spend money on this game. If there is a chance to play it for free, or if you own the game, give it a reinstall and try to get some time out of it, I think you might actually have a pretty good time with it. That being said, every time a new season comes out, the big focus is the battle pass, the cosmetics, and all the stuff. And I just feel like because of the community reception and because of the fledgling player base, I don't feel like I want to buy the battle pass. I don't want to spend any more money than I already have on this title. Even though I'm having a good time with it, the way that they burned so many people at the beginning is just, it's having a long-term effect on the overall experience still to this day. So I think I've bought one battle pass since launch, and I want to say that was with the release of Spearhead, because I just loved that map. I go through phases where I'm playing Battlefield, then I jump to Call of Duty, and then I've been on a R6 kick for the last like 6 months, and coming back to this is a little bit bittersweet. I can respect the level designers, I can respect their marketing team, but at the end of the day, I don't know how long this game has left. That being said, I am very anxious to see what lessons DICE has learned from the launch of 2042, and I'm curious to see what they're going to be bringing on the next title. I can only hope that we don't see a repeat of last time, because I think that would kill this franchise for good, and I just don't want that. Now, as I'm watching the trailers and I'm seeing that they're going with the storytelling element of these weird, like, futuristic experiments that have gone wrong and unleashed the no-pat, like, zombie infected into this area, I'm thinking, like, why don't they just drop an infected mode with this season? This map would be prime for it. 24, 32 players. There's a couple of infected running around, and you have to hold it off for as long as possible. Call of Duty does that. It's built right into their core playlist. Why not here? But there is a new seasonal event dropping for Halloween. Apparently, it's going to bring new rewards and a new mode to 2042, according to what I'm reading on VentureBeat. I have a feeling that's going to be some sort of infected mode, and I'm sitting here thinking we're 6 seasons in, and I haven't seen you guys really put any effort into other modes like this, so I'm curious to see what they do, because I think that would be so fun on this map. Leave a comment down below if you guys are playing 2042 Season 6. Let me know what you think of the update. As always, my name is BigFry. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, a dislike if you didn't. All my socials are linked down below, and I'll see you on the next one.